Hello and welcome to the Sports Pitch Podcast, episode number 6. I've got to use both hands now to tell you what number it is.
We're moving up.
Good progress, mate. Good progress, yeah.
All right, before we start, just a round of applause. Come on.
For what?
No.
For
Come
what?
on, hands. Hands it.
Hurry up.
Hands it right now.
Do it.
Hands it.
It's not going there. Right, the hook. Relax.
That was too high for
No,
you.
not on the floor. Just sabul.
That wasn't what it was for.
What was it for?
So let's continue.
I was
The
stuck
West Tigers, brother. The
yes.
Tigers.
We took it. I thought the same thing as you. All good.
No, that ball was not meant to be there. I said from the start.
Listen,
I
I
didn't
don't fucking care about the Dragons, guys. They're fucking shit anyway.
Yep.
Not your Dragons. Your Dragons are good. Your Dragons are all right. It's Hayes Dragons. Suck shit. Anyway, so let's start off, okay, with the Sports Pitch Podcast. We'll start off with round 9 review. Before we get there, Anzac Day. All right, 2 massive games, 2 very good games of footy. All right, we'll start off with the Roosters Dragons. Used to just go ahead.
Oh, I didn't watch it. I was at Port Macquarie fishing. So
No, you watched it. Stop talking shit.
I didn't watch it. I was fishing. I watched the first half when we were getting mobbed, and then I was like, yeah, let's go fishing. I missed the whole comeback. I opened my phone. It was my wife sent me a message. She's like, what a try. So I opened the app. It was 26-26. I was like, ooh, nice.
And then you
Watched the last 10 minutes. Shit reception. It was pausing, and then fucking Cleary slots the one. So I was like, yeah.
Cleary.
Sorry,
we're gonna
Kiri.
Cleary now.
Kiri,
Shit.
Kiri.
That's a good team. Fuck, if it's under the
slots the
sombrero.
one, and then I turned it off.
Yeah, that first half showed the Roosters' true colours, how good we are. Once the Dragons figured out that Cleary was the...
Kiri.
Did I say Cleary as well? Yeah, so when they found that Kiri was the weak link, they started picking on him. He couldn't keep up with Sully or Ben Murdoch-Masela for some reason.
Yeah,
Even though Ben Murdoch weighs, I think, 300
They
kilos.
killed him.
And he just couldn't do with it.
No, it was a good second half for the
Yeah.
Dragons.
Even Sully against Sawali.
Yeah, he mopped him.
He fucking put on him.
Look, Swali, I'm sure if us three know decent rugby league, he's not a centre.
No.
He cannot defend like a centre. He can't.
Yeah, but...
He's young.
He's
still
young,
young.
but he needs to go back to the wing for the Roosters ASAP.
Yeah, so... And you got... What's his name popped off for you? That was the best game he's played. Sloan.
Yeah, he played good.
Yeah,
Best game in a Dragons jersey, 100%.
That's the thing I don't understand about the Dragons. They pick up against good sides and then against depleted Bulldogs. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, so that's all we're going to say. But we'll talk about that later, like you said. So it came out 27 Roosters, 26 Dragons. It was Kiri with the match-winning field goal and a...
Not Cleary.
Yeah, Kiri, okay. In a epic, again, Anzac Day games,
It's
they
always a good
always
game.
pop off.
Always a good game to
Yeah, they
watch.
always pop off. And then the game after that was the Storm Warriors. Storms 30, Warriors 22.
The Warriors just keep showing heart.
They
That's all
do,
it
man,
is.
they do. And this is a game where there was some calls
Oh, yeah.
that,
100%.
fuck me, man, they really done the Warriors dirty, man.
No,
that game.
we're used to it now. That's the game. That's the sport. The game's turned into that now.
Yeah, but it's what a miracle. It's when teams are coming up against the Storm.
Yeah.
Like that try with the kick.
Oh, that Remus Smith, he
Remus Smith.
touched it,
Yeah,
obviously
100%.
touched it.
They looked
Yeah,
at it.
that was
Bro,
bad.
they looked at it 1,000 times.
How do you not say that he touches the ball?
They looked at it 1,000 times and give it.
No, I don't understand. I actually don't. And then Melbourne Storm are very lucky for the injuries New Zealand copped are literally their, like, what do you call those players?
Spine.
Like their best players basically
best
got
players.
injured.
Yeah.
Tohu Harris, 80-minute player, kills it every game for him. Then Chance, for some
Chance,
reason, is
yeah.
becoming a wonderful fullback this year. I don't know what's happening. And
No,
I just
he's
do it
alright.
wonderful
He's
for some
always
reason.
been alright.
And they both get, and then Tavanga gets
Last year was
injured.
like Tavanga got injured. So they ended up with one person on the bench. And they got that close within the Storm in a game that if it was called
Yeah,
with
if
the
it was
right
called correctly,
calls,
yeah.
Could have went the other way.
correctly,
Warriors may
thank
have
you,
won.
the Warriors would have won that game.
Yeah, would've went the other
But
way.
again, 30-22 was a fantastic game. We all got our tips right last week when at the end of the roundup we gave our tips for them 2 games.
But the prediction.
But the prediction of the scorelines we were all fucking
Yeah.
way off.
He was off on both games.
What?
Yeah, we were all off.
I was the
you know
closest
what?
for the
No, no,
Dragons
no.
game.
No, I was.
38-12.
He was.
I was.
What'd you say?
I said it would be closer than both of you.
You said the Dragons win.
No, that
not
was
close at all.
close.
No.
It's
He was the
opposite.
closest. And then the next game, you were completely off.
You thought
I
it
was
was,
52-6.
yeah, you thought it was going to be a repeat of last year. So yeah, we
Yeah,
were way
but we
off.
were all off in it, to be fair.
Yeah, with the scorelines, we were way off. But with our tips, we got them right, man. We got them right. So that round, finished off round 8. of the NRL Premiership, and we move on to round 9. It started off with the Sharks versus the Cowboys.
Do we need to say it again, me and you, or no?
No, that's enough. People know.
It's imprinted.
They're actually pathetic.
Yeah, that was one of the worst performances I've ever seen.
So
No, it's
they
not that
scored a
bad.
try.
Wasn't the worst performance I've ever seen, but it was what a try.
Yeah, it was a good
The
try.
Cowboys try, that was the best try of the night.
It was a good try.
Please, Kyle Felt down the sideline.
When he pumped Ronaldo
And
on the
he
tunnel.
Oh, yeah, and sent him
He
flying.
sent
Yeah,
him
yeah, sorry.
flying,
Yeah.
bro. I think the commentator said, where was it? He sent him to... I can't remember where it was.
Well,
Anyway,
fuck him, he deserves it. Ronaldo's
He-
a mug.
Well, from this game, if Hines hasn't earned that 6th spot, Brad Fittler is a retard.
yeah, so
Well,
we'll talk,
he is,
we'll talk about the
regardless.
6th spot later because we do our origin predictions. Or
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, Nico Hines cemented it that game.
Yeah, well, we're picking our team later on this episode, so make sure you stick around for that. And we'll
I hope
tell
you
you who
pick
we
Kawhi
have
in
in
your
6.
team.
Could that palm have happened to a better bloke?
Yeah, that pump. Let's talk about that. fam.
Ronaldo's just wait, have we hit the swearing thing yet?
Yes, say whatever you want.
Ronaldo's he's a fuckwit.
Yeah, he's a fuckwit.
He's-
He's a fuckwit. We're past 2
That's
minutes.
coming from a man who doesn't like to swear.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
prick. All right, so 44-6, the Sharks absolutely put him to the sword. Nico Hines popped off. The Sharks are playing so well as a team, but they do have that game in them where they just
But they're just gonna flop all of
yeah,
them.
they go. Hines pops off.
Oh look, if Hines doesn't play as good as he's been playing,
Yeah.
the Sharks go nowhere. Like,
Yeah,
to be
But
honest.
there's-
you got to give props to their forward pack. They
Oh, they're
they do
killing
very
it,
well.
they're
They
killing
do
it,
very
they're
well,
doing
but
very
it's
well.
again like when Nico Hines thrives off that fast roll on, he kills it. If they give him that, bro, they're going to be very hard to stop.
Yeah, very hard.
But even, like the Sharks play, but what the hell's happening to the Cowboys?
Yeah, we said
They
it.
had nothing.
We're talking about it.
At one stage, Valentine Holmes he raged it. He started like hitting people and
Yeah, we got angry.
Like
at
in the
end.
60th
He was
minute or
trying to take
something,
off their
yeah.
head. Yeah.
Frustrating. It's frustrating.
But yeah, so the Cowboys, they go down the Sharks, and the Cowboys have to fix it up really, really quickly, or it's going to be a long season for them. Next, we move on to Eels Knights. Eels 43,
What
Knights
sort of
12.
form did they find, mate?
Eels,
That game, yeah?
bro, it was the
yeah,
Knights.
that's not an inform. Yeah, it's the Knights.
The Knights played
We
shocking.
said it last week on the podcast. If
Ponga.
podcast plays, if Ponga plays, that left edge will go to shit, and it happened.
Yeah, he couldn't defend.
4 to 6 tries leaked on his side.
Yeah,
pull
he
him off
could
the
not
field.
defend.
I
It's
can't
over.
believe how many line breaks went down. Not his side, him.
Yeah, straight
Went
through
down
him.
straight through him.
Straight through him.
The coach wanted to change it this week. How do you go extra time with a premiership team,
And then go perform like that.
and then perform that?
And there's one change
And-
in that team.
And there's one change in the team, and he is leaking the points.
Yeah. So last week we said Ponga should start as 14. He actually did start 14 last week, but he played like 51 minutes.
He started.
No,
Didn't
no, he was on the. Oh no, sorry, he started. We said he should be on the bench.
he? Yeah.
Oh no, we should. We said he's.
I'm pretty sure he
No,
started.
did he start? No, he
He
was on.
started. He was number 6.
I'm pretty sure he was 14, but he started.
Ponga started, and the thing was on the bench. Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
So we've been calling for it, but they gave him way too much minutes.
And this week again,
Way too many minutes.
he's throwing stupid passes.
It wasn't just his defense, it was his attack too.
He was
Yeah.
hogging it. Every time he threw a ball, it was forward,
He's
or it
not-
was just he threw a rocket at
I'm
him.
telling you, when he's passing the ball, he's scared of that late impact. So he's not taking the ball into the line anymore. He'll get the ball and throw. When he takes it into the line, his passes aren't crisp. Why? Because he's passing and literally trying to defend himself straight away.
Oh, well, the coach has to
He
see
looks
that.
scared.
And he either moves him to fullback or he stayed on the bench for a bit.
Can we say that Billy called this from last year when they said they announced they wanted to put him as number 6?
Of course. Like,
We had
He's
we had
modified
a better vision for him, me and Ali.
no.
We said it could
I
work.
thought it would work.
No, he can't.
But
Not
he
a player
can't
like
throw a
him.
ball to save his life, and he can't defend to save his life.
He's got one ball he can throw. It's that cutout that he does in Origin and all these other games.
Yeah, but it's only
It's
a
only-
right to left.
Hey,
You
but
can't go left to
right now,
right.
the solution is not putting him at fullback because you can't take away Miller. You have to put him at 14
Yeah, I
or
forgot,
don't
about,
include
I
him
forgot
at
about
all.
Miller as well. But Gamble needs to play.
Has to.
He comes on, the defense picks up straight away.
Yeah, has to.
O'Brien, mate. I don't know.
Yeah, so
But Para did also look good as well.
What? It's the podcast curse.
I'm over
Called
it.
Gutho rubbish. He killed it.
we called him overrated last week.
Overrated. Moses overrated. Killed
Gutho
it.
hat trick. Moses a try, like 3-4 try assists.
Hey, King Gutho's earned that name, mate.
Bro, he popped off.
Faggot.
Get him in the Origin team. Straight fullback. Replace the. No, you know what?
I
might
can't wait
happen.
to
It
see
might
your
happen.
Origin team.
If we say it here, it might happen. So let's not joke around here. All right, Gutho, nowhere near a Blues jersey. All right, so that was the Paranoids game. We move on to the Broncos Rabbitohs. Man, 6
was a good game.
to 32. I can't remember where they played, but it was somewhere random. It was somewhere. Check where they played. Check where they played, just so we don't get it wrong. But man, what a performance! Like you look at the first like month and a half of footy, and you go, Like you look down the calendar and you see that game, you go, wow, that's going to be a good game.
Yeah.
And then it
No,
happened.
but also you look down recent games
Even with recent
and
form,
you
yeah.
say Brisbane's going to mop them.
Yeah, but well, the Rabbitohs have been playing well. Latrell's picked up. Ever
Yeah.
since we spoke shit about him here again.
The podcast curse.
Huh? Oh, was it at Suncorp? Okay, so
Oh
30
wow,
to
at
6
Suncorp as well.
yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
But fair to say, Broncos were missing big players.
Yeah, that's what we were going to
I
bring
was
up.
going to say Ezra Mam and Payne Haas in that team,
Massive
I think
difference.
completely different ball.
Massive difference.
It's
Completely, because Reynolds had to try to do everything alone.
He did. He tried. Even
Hey, but
Walsh,
he was being a sook that game.
He's
Yeah,
always a
but
sook.
he tries. He tried, and when it's not going to happen, you get frustrated.
Yeah,
He's
but
always a
that's the thing.
sook. That's besides the point.
He tried, and you get
But
frustrated.
then Rabbitohs did score two, I wouldn't say lucky, like pretty easy tries when Cody Walker bombed it. It bounces, lands in Latrell, just dives over the line.
Yeah, you got to beat.
That's
And then
all
Latrell bombs it, they knock it on again. And,
And Cody Walker.
You got- yeah.
Cody Walker scored, I think.
No,
Latrell scored his own bomb.
Did he?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's
Latrell.
right. And Cody Walker's try wasn't
He's
it?
got his one was alright. The elbow in ball was actually
Yeah,
pretty
so
good.
but like, but Latrell,
Like, you have to earn that luck.
the Latrell we were speaking about 4 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
it's
wouldn't have
it's
been
a
there.
different-
Yeah,
Yeah, he'd kick the ball and stand back.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a different Latrell,
Yeah.
and that's the
He's picked
Latrell.
up.
That's the Latrell that the Rabbitohs need, and now that he's playing it, it's showing on the record.
Yeah,
They're winning games.
They're playing very, very well. Another player who's playing out of his skin for them, the
Campbell
Rabbitohs,
Graham?
Campbell Graham has out of nowhere. I used to, last year. Asked me last year. I think he's overrated.
Last year he would have made the overrated list.
Yeah, 100%. This year, because he's always been a good defensive centre.
That's his attack that was off.
Yeah, do you agree? Good
Yeah,
defensive
yeah, yeah.
centre, right? His attack he had nothing, bro. This year, well,
He's been doing it all.
he's been
But
killing.
do you know who? I think it's because of Lachlan Elias, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Last year they were too scared to go to him because remember he was throwing really stupid balls, throwing it to the ground. He didn't know what to do.
Well, he hasn't built himself up.
yeah,
Him,
and they stuck to that left side.
Him as well has
Yeah,
come.
look at him.
He's come a
Yes.
long way. Elias himself.
But now they could trust him. Go to him, he'll go right. And
Well,
who's
you-
there? Campbell
Bro,
Graham.
ever since the game he kicked that field goal,
They
his
feel more
confidence-
trust.
his
against
confidence-
Manly, was it?
no, Penrith.
Penrith.
His confidence has shot through the roof.
Yeah.
And he's not afraid to take the ball into the line and pass. And that's Campbell Graham scoring tries with ease because
100%.
he's attracting so many players to him. Campbell Graham's left alone, and he's
You're not one on one. You're not tackling.
nah, he's so big and strong.
Oh, look, he's quickly.
really impressed.
He's becoming one of the best halfbacks in.
That's an
in-
origin
in-
centre
in the
right there,
comp.
mate.
Elias,
Elias,
he's getting up there, and there's not. It's
And
it
his
is a,
defense as well, man.
Yeah,
He
he's-
can put a hit on now.
yeah, he's been good. Well, he's always been safe defensively. He's a small body, but he's not like the type of what was his name, Maloney. We used to miss 1,000 tackles.
Yeah,
a game.
yeah. And the only thing he did was pick up their boots and throw them over to
That's
the
it.
crowd. That's it.
He's done that a few times.
Yeah, he
I love
does
it.
it all the time. All right, so yeah, Rabbitohs looked really impressive, 32-6 against the Broncos, who still lead the competition. But man, that was
We called the decline.
yeah, they thumped them. But again, decline. But they were missing two
Rabbitohs will have a
vital
decline
players.
as well, I reckon. So.
All right. So next game, we move on to Raiders Dolphins. This was
Oh,
it's always entertaining to watch it when 61 points get scored.
yeah.
Always entertaining.
I think. So, like,
61 points, and it was one-sided for most of the game.
100%.
Yeah, well, it was back and forth.
Jack Warden had something to prove, and like I don't know what he was proving. I'm just gonna say it, but that first half was all Jack Warden.
Yeah, he played very, very well.
Try assists, try everything, and that second half.
They played
Well, it was
well.
18-0. It got up to
But-
18-0 Raiders, and then that's when the comeback from the
The Dolphins.
from the Dolphins started, and then I think it got to 24-all. Well, it did, yeah, it got to 24-all. That's when the Dolphins were finally coming back, got it to 24-all. That's the close they got to taking the lead.
Yeah,
And then Raiders scored another try, and then Dolphins scored another try, 30-all, and
Fogarty.
then Fogarty with that's his first ever NRL field goal.
yeah.
Surprisingly,
I think
I
it
was
was his
surprised.
first attempt too.
No, he missed one that game as well.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, so probably his first attempt he missed.
I didn't. Well, I watched it, but I wasn't focusing.
Yeah, so it was a
You know, you just have it on.
Just
Yeah, no, not even. You have it on, but I was playing Candy
and you're on
Crush.
your phone, yes, exactly. Yeah. So 31-30,
Playing Candy Crush.
Fogarty kicks the field goal again. The field goals this year, bro, they look, every time someone gets the ball, you're like, oh, he's gonna kick it. He got the ball, looked up, slotted it, and he knew straight away before he even went over. You see both hands go up in the
They're
air.
getting better. These
The
field goal kickers,
yeah, they're getting very, very good, and
except for the Dragons.
very entertaining. No defense at all, honestly. No
yeah,
defense.
Dolphins just they're starting to open up now. It's not.
Yeah, but they can't. They
from
got to
like-
stop giving these
Yeah.
teams such a big start and then trying to run
That's
it
their
back.
problem. They're trying to chase points all the time.
So they got to stop with that. But like last week it was 26-0. This week it was 18-0.
18, yeah.
You can't keep doing that, okay? Last week it worked, this week they lose by
They
one.
beat you in the ass.
Yeah. So, next game, Sea Eagles Titans in Brookvale.
You don't want to
4
talk about
points
White
back.
and leaving?
Well, you want to talk about it now?
Which one?
Okay, let's talk about it now. Raiders Dolphins. So, well, let's talk about. Did you see him crying at the end of the game?
Yes, and I saw Ricky Stewart crying in his press
Yeah,
conference.
Ricky Stewart was crying.
But why is Wyden crying? Why? You love the club and you're gonna cry about it. You stay there.
I think because there's more to it that no, like, yeah, we can say our own shit. The media can say their shit, but we don't actually know what he's thinking.
No,
Does he actually want to move for a premiership?
Well, they tried to keep him there. He left.
Right.
Raiders are not
listen,
winning
listen,
a premiership the next 5 to 10 years.
Exactly. He loves that club. He loves that club, right? You can see how much it meant to him.
Yeah.
You see how much that club meant to him. He started crying. It's the first game that he's played ever since the news broke, right? He's leaving for the sole purpose of winning a competition. He knows the Raiders aren't going to do it. As hard as it is for him, he knows the Raiders aren't going to
Yeah,
do
we
it.
all know that. But if you love the club,
No, you
stay
can't
No,
there.
you can't
that.
say
You
that.
can't
No,
say
no,
that.
you can't.
Then don't cry.
In your, if
Don't cry.
The bloke's
there's
got
players,
emotions, bro.
there's players that play for money. Some players play for legacy. All this other stuff. He wants to win a premiership.
Everyone wants to win.
I
He took a
respect
pay
it.
cut.
He took a pay cut to go to them.
Like, yeah, people say it's sus. People say, but he took a pay cut.
But what happens if he doesn't win a premiership? Which is,
But is
if
his
he-
chances to
you know
win
what?
better at Rabbitohs?
Yes, if he goes mid-season, he's got a big chance. And maybe next year has a big chance, depending on who they retain.
I reckon next year they have a better chance.
With
I reckon
him?
you see them
With
in the
him.
comp.
But the
If
thing
they
is
go
he going to
halfway
go
through.
early?
Well, that's another reason why a lot of people think he was crying. They thought that maybe that's his last ever game.
I feel like it might be.
I feel like it might be, and I have nothing against it. I honestly, go hard, man. There are players who you see will leave for money or stupid reasons.
Look, he's leaving for the right reason. Everyone wants to win a premiership, and it is hard. You know the club, you've been there 14 years.
And your
Long,
best
long
mates
time.
with the coach. He pretty much raised him.
Yeah, it is hard.
But you're saying he shouldn't be crying.
Don't make a big scene out of it. Like you chose
He
to
didn't.
leave.
He tried
Nah,
not
he
to
was
cry,
trying his
bro.
best. He kept looking away.
Yeah, but they
He
got to
tried
leave
not
him
to
alone.
cry.
They're not supposed to pull him. Look, it's not his fault.
It's the media.
It's
What do
the
you mean?
media's fault putting him in that situation. It's always going to be tough on him and the coach, but don't put him in that situation. Give him time to cool down. Just literally news broke this week before he played. Let him go.
Yeah, but the media won't do that. I think good on him, man. If he's looking out for his future, he wants to build a legacy. Now, like you said, if he doesn't win a comp, he just threw away a legacy of being one of the, one club man, champion player for the Raiders, got him to that 2016?
No, 2019.
2019 grand final. The 2019 grand final of his performance,
Yeah,
of his performances. To go to leave the club then, that's done. Like, that's finished, right? The Raiders and you'll be associated, but you won't be spoken about. Like, the Raiders fans, they love Alan Tongue,
Yeah.
for example. The players who
what a
played
player.
forever, yeah.
What a
Like, the
player.
players who didn't win a comp with him, but they played forever with him through thick and thin.
yeah.
That's gone. If you don't win a premiership, was it worth it? But that's a question
Hopefully,
for the future.
he takes his Canberra form there.
Yeah.
Well, he's got a 4-year
I think
contract
he will.
over there. I'm sure if Rabbitohs can keep that team, one of those 4 years,
They'll win a comp.
they should win a comp.
Yeah, they're bound to.
I agree. So, and we move on now. Sea Eagles Titans, like I said, in Brookvale, Sea Eagles 10, Titans 26.
You see the difference without Turbo.
Bro, they're a shell of
They're
themselves.
actually nothing. Ola Kawatu had nothing. David Fafita ran amok on that right edge of them.
Yeah,
Hey,
David Fafita.
He is
had
a
him
new
on
player this
toast,
year. He
bro.
is a new player.
Even towards the back end of the game, Daly Cherry Evans was just in shambles. He was throwing stupid balls.
Yeah, he didn't know what to do.
He didn't know what to
It
do.
was...
Fafita,
it's
sorry, not
crazy.
Fafita. Titans put up that game.
Yeah.
And
But fucking Manly helped.
Manly help, and the fact that Garrick was playing centre was one of the stupidest things I've
That
ever
was
seen.
so dumb.
Yeah.
so
He's a
fucking
pretty
dumb.
scary player. You put him fullback, he's a rocket.
Bro, he's
He
very
can throw the ball.
He's got skill, can do
He
everything.
can catch a ball.
He can do everything.
Weeks. It was him, Weeks.
Kyle Weeks,
Kyle
yeah.
Weeks. He had nothing to offer. Even the commentator said, I forgot his name straight away.
Vossi?
What's his name, the centre?
Garrick?
Garrick.
Yeah.
He's just standing there with his arms out,
Yeah, well,
doing nothing.
It's fucked. You
They've
got to
done
play
Even the
it.
commentator tell him, go to fullback, play.
They've done it every time Turbo's got injured. They've put Garrick there. Why would
And he
they
plays
change
well.
It? Why would they change it?
You've got to play like Garrick.
Oh, I don't understand these coaches either.
You've
Oh,
got to
They've
play.
got that massive winger. Wasn't it them?
yeah, Tupel.
Yeah, that big guy.
You put him...
No, the one that didn't play. The guy that pumped Warbrick.
I thought he played. Oh, he didn't
he
play?
didn't play.
Oh,
No, you put him there and you throw Garrick at fullback.
Yeah, but they played Garrick in the centres.
That's what I'm saying.
They should have fucking played. Yeah, 100%. Oh, Kyle Wicks. Play Kyle Wicks in the centres.
Yeah.
Garrick is, with Tommy out, besides Daddy Cherry Evans, he's your best player.
100%.
As if you don't want him at fullback. That's what they done last year, year before that. Every time Tommy was out, they put in Garrick, and he played good.
Yeah, and he was good. He was
Yeah,
very good.
but bro, you can tell there's no bigger impact on a team than what
Turbo
Turbo
has.
has
Yeah,
on me.
every year he hasn't played, they don't make top 8 pretty
It's
much.
fucking
But
crazy.
like Billy said a couple of weeks back, the Titans do have a scary roster, and when they use it to
You,
potential,
you don't know until you actually look at their team.
Yeah,
And that's what I did, like, for Supercoach reasons as well.
Yeah.
I look at their team, like, bro, it's fucking
I don't rate their halves.
Yeah, and you see what happened?
they're young.
Like, Titans next week.
Oh,
like,
they got-
Oh, Kieran
they've
Forrest.
lost
Foreign.
Brimson and Kieran Foran's 50-50. Like.
Yeah, he's
He's-
in and out every week.
If them two are out, you'll see a different Titans.
But
He's in and
I
out
don't know
every
why you don't like the halves. When Kieran Foran is not injured, he's fucking one of the best on the
when
field.
he's not injured.
Yeah.
Because Foran literally is dictating that left side. That left side has a lot of attack on it. Brian Kelly, David Fafita, and Khan Pereira.
Yeah,
Khan Pereira's a fucking rocket too.
He's
I
fucking
can't
fast.
stand
yeah.
the cunt.
She's a shit player.
Get some more. I fucking hate him because he can put me on Supercoach anyway.
Yeah,
Continue.
every time you don't play
You
him,
can't
yeah.
let Supercoach get into...
Nah, fuck him.
But that
Can't
left
stand
side
him.
of Titans, with Foran's then dictating everything, David run the block. All right, now you run at the back of the block. It's scary.
Hey,
Yeah,
uses
but Kieran
him well.
Foran's there, but he's always in and out, bro. He's always
That's
in
the
and
thing,
out.
yeah.
And Toby Sexton, and who's the other one that plays when Sexton's not there? The blonde hair guy.
Steve, who's the guy that had a shocker against us? Titans player?
I don't know. What does he know?
The blonde hair guy. I
The
forgot
half.
his name. Check the Titans number 7, the halfback. Yeah,
Tane Boyd.
Tanner Boyd. Thank
Tanner
you, Tanner
Boyd.
Boyd.
He's the
Alright.
halfback. Why didn't you say the halfback?
I did.
That's what he was looking for.
Oh, well.
I said when Toby Sexton is playing halfback because he's
He
always
had
injured.
a nightmare against the Dragons.
Tanner
the first
Boyd.
game.
I don't rate them.
He's not good at all.
I don't rate them.
Tane
Yeah, that's
Boyd
what I
at all.
mean. That's why I don't believe they'll go anywhere.
But I think Turbo's back next week. We'll see.
But how long is he back
Yeah, let's
for?
see how long he'll be back
How
for.
long's he
That
back
guy needs a month off, like you said.
They rested him, which was a smart thing to
Bill,
do.
but you said give him a
I
month.
know. But maybe that 1 week is enough. Like, we'll see.
Let's see,
Put him
man.
at 14, bro. See, bring him on. For
No, that's a waste.
40
What
minutes
do
of
you
the game.
mean?
Do that. If he's fit to play, you got to play him. If he's not, rest him. Fucking rest him.
I think he plays this week, and if he shows any bit of injury, he misses Origin 1, and they rest him for 4 weeks.
He needs
Yeah,
to
well,
be
let's
rested.
see. Yeah,
If you're a smart coach, that's
we'll
what you
get to
do.
we'll get to the origin selection where I think if he'll play or not. We move on. Panthers 8, Tigers, the mighty West Tigers
Finally,
12.
the breakthrough.
After a year, they finally...
Just
Oh,
under
is
a
it- No, it's over.
No.
200 something
It
days
was-
without a win.
No, so Luke
Brooks.
Brooks hasn't won in 365
Oh, is it
days.
Brooks has
Yeah,
a...
Brooks hasn't won
Oh,
in
that's
over a
fine.
year.
From last week, sorry. Last week it was 365 games. But
Yeah, so
they,
the Tigers is
they haven't
200
won in
days.
264
Something
So
games.
that's-
Days.
So days.
Days, games, bro.
Days.
So the
Fucking
Tigers,
games.
man, they pulled it out against the reigning defending champion.
Oh,
Look,
but you gotta remember
the week before
conditions.
they showed
Doesn't
potential.
matter, bro.
What do you mean doesn't
They did,
matter?
They did.
The week before they showed
Of course it
potential.
matters.
What?
Taruva dropping that. It's the rain. Taruva and Nathan Cleary's both
In the
bomb
rain,
tries.
because they both played in the rain.
But I'm saying they bomb tries in the rain because of the rain.
Come on,
No,
man.
Penrith was playing in the rain and the Tigers were...
Tigers had a
They had
shot.
umbrellas over their
No,
head.
come on, bro. You can't say the rain.
No,
They
no,
wanted
no,
it so
no,
much
no.
more.
If it didn't rain, it would have been a Penrith
No,
thrashing.
you don't know, cuz.
You do know.
Like the Taruva knocked it on. Why?
Because he dived early.
No, bro, the hit.
No, he dived
came
early.
in- Yeah, he
Cleary
did dive
dived
early.
early as well. Knocked
No,
the
Cleary
ball.
actually got tackled because he.
Yeah,
ducked
but
it.
even
Yeah.
go watch a Taruva one. He came side on and knocked the ball out. Bro, the Tigers wanted it so much.
Of
more.
course, no, they wanted it more.
Luke
100%. I'll
Brooks-
agree with
Luke
that.
Brooks was worth every single cent of that 1.1
Yeah, what,
million.
two 40-20s, bro? What the
Two
40
20s and the
try
first try
assist.
assist.
Let's go,
But,
Lukey.
but I don't want to take it off them. There's only one reason I want to take that win off them. I would have, because I know they're going to win against the Dragons next week.
Yeah.
I wanted the streak to end against the Dragons. Because we're fucking shit.
Yeah, actually, you're a really shit supporter and it annoys me.
It's
Who
not.
says that?
It annoys
Who says
me.
that?
Because the streak broke. I
Who
wanted them
says
to break
our
again.
team? I want my
Because
team
it's-
But
to
why,
lose.
why wouldn't you say, I want my team to keep the streak going? It's funny.
No, because the streak's
This
broken.
guy was upset that the Tigers won.
Yeah, he's a sad cunt.
He was
I want
upset.
the
He's
streak to
like,
keep
I want
going.
that streak to keep going.
I wanted it to keep going, but now that it broke, and I know 100% if it didn't break this week, it was going to break 100% next week.
Hey, listen, podcast, mate, podcast call right now. Either that shit, 12 scores his first try.
I hope so.
Oh, yeah.
You know, what, if we lose, I want 12
I
to
hope
score.
12 scores the winning try. Dude, that's what me and my mates at work were saying, where we hope he scores the winning try. But he didn't.
Nah, I just want 12 to score. Just let 12 score.
If we look,
We're going to do something here.
With,
If 12 scores, we'll think of something, we do it here. We party.
We do a podcast naked.
Done.
I'm in.
That's it.
That's a blood signature.
Blood
whatever.
pact.
Blood back right there.
Yeah, but because I know we're going to lose 100% to them next week, because they've been building up. So every week in, week out, they've been building and building. It was bound to happen.
Yeah,
and it
of
happened
course.
against Penrith. It was a good win.
And we've all said if once they win one, multiple wins can
Yeah,
come
it's going to
from
happen
it.
next week.
Yeah, so we'll
Because
see
they
how it goes.
have, again, they have a good team. That fullback, Buller,
I love him.
He's
love
been
him.
good
I
for
love
the
him.
he's
past,
such a good player.
last week and this week.
Yes, he made his debut last
Buller,
week.
even Tupou, the winger,
Tupo's very good.
fuck, he's a gun.
Very good player.
Yeah.
But they've got a
potential
good
around
team.
Wake can put his fingers out of his ass for
Yeah,
some
Wake
reason.
and played
He
so well, scored the first
forced
try.
dropouts and everything. I don't know what's going on
But
there.
obviously, the whole difference is Luke Brooks
Luke Brooks played
actually
very well.
performed for once in his life. And if he keeps that going, the Tigers will look scary.
Look, I will give him the win because in the rain, you'd expect Nathan Cleary to dominate a team because he knows how to play in the rain.
100%.
He's done everything. Brooks is some $1 million player. Has no clue what he's
Listen,
doing.
that's what happens when the team, Penrith walked up and said,
We've got this.
they didn't even think about the game. They're literally thinking about, fuck.
Where are we going to
Can't
celebrate
wait,
afterwards?
Can't wait for this cracker shower. Where do we celebrate? Where was it? In Bathurst?
Yeah.
The game was in Bathurst? Fuck, what's a good pub in Bathurst to go to after the game? That's what they're thinking. They rocked up thinking they're going to get an easy win, go home, fucking, you know.
See, and worst part is fucking Luai has something to play for.
Yeah,
He done
straight
nothing.
out.
Knock-ons, multiple knock-ons.
He hasn't had pressure on that number 6 jersey
till now, and he's
since he got it.
since it started, since Hines has come back from injury,
Tight.
Luai has done nothing.
Nothing. And this is the
Nothing.
time where he's supposed to step up. And yeah, so
I hope
again,
Luke
Luke's
Brooks
book, yeah.
plays the way he did against them consistently, and you'll see the Tigers' potential.
100%.
He's always ready.
I don't know
Brooks
about
is
you
right.
guys. I don't know about you guys. Did you have the Tigers in your 8 at the beginning of the year?
Yeah.
I said yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I had the Tigers in my 8.
Because Coruscant, mainly
Bro,
I was Coruscant.
Coruscant.
Yeah.
Carousel,
He popped off.
Papali'i,
Papali'i,
And then
Bateman,
Bateman, yeah. I had him in my top
and
on,
Dewey.
man. Dewey, yeah, but that's unfortunate what happened. But they had a good team. Anyway, so again,
Hopefully
Tigers 12,
Congrats, man.
Panthers 8.
Nice. We like to hear it.
Tigers fans were patient and they got there. They got there.
Love it, love it.
They
All
got
right,
it.
so we move on to today's games. 2 games today. You had the Warriors against the Roosters, 14-0 Roosters way in New Zealand.
First team to keep a team to nil this year, I think.
is, yeah.
I hope it is.
It
Was
is,
it actually?
Because I look like a retard if it's not.
It is, yeah. I haven't seen a nil game this year.
Is this like a stat or you like just on top of your head?
I'm pretty sure it's
No, I'm pretty sure no one's
Yeah?
been kept to nil this year.
Well,
Roosters defended very well.
they did.
Did they throw? I was driving to Wollongong.
Warriors bombed the few tries. They actually did.
I wish he was,
Jackson
yeah.
Ford could have scored at least 2.
Oh, yeah.
But other than that, the Roosters defended really well. They obviously Warriors have injuries. I know if Tohu Harris and all that play, it's a
Yeah.
different game.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because there was no one in the middle ball playing. No one.
Yeah, that
It was
that
Johnson
lock,
going
they
short
like
ball,
it,
short
yeah.
ball, short ball. Like
How'd he play?
John, it was wet. It was raining pretty bad.
Wet weather footy.
It was like I wasn't as bad as the Panthers game. But it was raining.
Yeah.
And both teams were struggling to do things. You know, Tedesco played well.
So this guy played very
Manu
well.
barely did anything at 5'8".
He played all right.
He played alright,
He got
but,
decent
played
points
alright.
on
but for what
Yeah, he played
for what
alright.
we expect from Manu at 5'8".
Yeah, but again,
barely.
it was
Conditions.
Yeah,
But
his game is not conditions.
He's doing better than what Sam Walker was doing when he was there.
Like if Sam Walker played even last week and this week, different games. Like
Yeah.
we can't really say much. But the Warriors, I love what they're doing. They kept the Roosters 14-0.
Yeah,
Sorry, they
I
kept the
was shocked when I
14.
seen that 14-0.
Yeah.
They defended pretty well too. I think Roosters scored 1 try for Grubber, and the other one I just
Well, I heard a
Short
stat.
ball.
I heard a stat after the game about the Egan brothers, first time
Butcher brothers, but
the Butcher brothers. Sorry,
The Egan brothers, mate.
because he's got Wade Egan, Egan Butcher.
the Wade brothers. So Egan Butcher and what's the
Nat.
other bloke's name?
Nat
Nat Butcher. First ever brothers in a rugby league game to together have more than 100 tackles.
Oh really?
What a stat!
Yeah.
The Warriors did have a lot of that ball.
They are
too.
both forwards. There's not many forward brothers.
Yeah, 100%. There aren't a lot. Like there's the Bromwiches, but because they're not playing 80 minutes. These guys played 80 minutes
Yeah.
today, and but they defended very well.
Yeah,
But like
like-
you said, the Roosters defended.
They've
very,
shown
very
they
well.
should if they can defend like they did today, or the Warriors did bomb tries like I said.
Yeah.
We have something going.
So that's a stat like the Morris brothers with the combined score or
The
tries.
tries,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's pretty good too.
All right, so we move on to the Dragons Bulldogs game. Dragons 16, Bulldogs 18.
Yeah, and that's where you stop because you're not allowed to talk about this.
We did have this discussion yesterday.
You spoke so much shit
Yes.
about the Dogs. You're a worm to your own club. You thought they were going to lose. Did you not?
He did.
I'm not a worm. Don't call me a worm.
You're a worm.
not a
You're a fucking pest and you're a worm.
Continue, just go.
You two talk way too much shit about your own teams, eh?
I didn't talk shit.
I told...
All our
Listen,
injuries, I thought we were going to lose.
I didn't
That's not
talk-
talking shit.
We're gonna get thumped. We're gonna get
No, I
this.
didn't. I
Hey.
said it's going to be close. Wallah, I said it's going to be close.
Can I ask you something?
Shut your mouth.
Can I ask you something?
Wallah, I said...
Where you going? I was walking out on us. This guy.
Can I... Why did I talk shit?
Hey,
Why?
I'd swing.
Why did I talk shit?
I just swing.
Answer me, cunt.
I just
Fuck him.
Left
Why did I talk shit? I said they're going to lose and they did. That's not talking shit. That's facts.
I'm just saying, like,
All right. Well, we'll break down the game while this muppet is fucking being a pest.
yeah.
Bulldogs...
Why
first of all,
don't you start off with the Dragons and that poor performance? What do you reckon?
Dragons...
Zach Lomax's goal kicking again, but all good.
The Dragons have a habit of bringing themselves down to the teams they verse or bringing themselves up to the teams they verse, like you're saying against the Roosters. Roosters second half, they played to your potential. This game, they played to the Bulldogs' potential. But the difference was their backline speed burnt our backline, destroyed us, and their kick chasers burdened high balls, and the kick chasers also fucked us.
Yeah.
That's what went wrong.
That's burning me.
And the Dragons attacked.
Burning me, bro.
And the Dragons attack was rubbish. But I'm not upset because I went to this game knowing the outcome. Did I not? Thank you.
Look how he's...
Fucking cunt. I know it's not for me.
Because, you know, if Bulldogs beat Roosters, I'm not coming to the podcast. You can get some...
No, it's not for you, Carl.
Yeah, but just the fact that you're smiling,
It's
bro.
just one person. It's because of him.
You gotta let that happen. You have
Is he going to watch up to this bit, you reckon?
I'll show it to him.
No, but the Bulldogs, they were ready to risk a lot of plays. And that's what they were doing, throwing it out to Averillo
They-
that time from Braden
Bro,
Burns.
yesterday we spoke about they have no one that's going to offload the ball. How many offloads?
Yeah.
Bro, for Tyler Mariner offloading. Fucking Pango Jr. offloading. Bro, they actually killed us and okay, you can't take the win from them. The referees also were against them and they still won. Few bad calls that went their way and they still got the win. They well-deserved win.
No, but their backline played pretty well, especially...
Burnt us.
Hey, how good is the number 6? It's not number 6, number 16, whatever the hell he was.
Olapu?
Olapu.
Yeah, he came
Stop
on.
nodding your head. Oh.
Look at me, I said, I'm not allowed to talk.
Olapu played well. Reynolds did surprisingly well.
Yeah.
And their backline's just too quick. Averillo, what a fucking speedster.
Even fucking Perham was doing well.
Burham played well.
He can thank me. After I saw him on Supercoach, he's been popping off for some reason.
There's not much you can say. They deserve the win. That's all it is.
So what do you think the Dragons need to fix up to win against the Tigers? And Tigers have a better team.
Fuck. First of all, Lomax needs to learn how to kick because if he gets his kicks, last week we win, this week we had a chance to win. It would have been 18 all. Yeah, well then he's got that penalty to make up for it. Anyway, if Lomax learns how to kick, it'll be a closer, a different outcome maybe. Lomax and fucking whoever his winger was, Max Figo, need to learn how to defend.
Okay, yeah, they're running a muck on him.
Bro, usually it's our other side. Usually it's Sully that doesn't know how to defend. This week, Lomax's defense went out the window.
Well,
But yeah, congratulations.
Oh, thanks, mate. Thanks.
And you too, because it's both in
Oh, yeah,
one week.
both in 1 week. All right, just before we move on, I'd just like to sing a song.
No, we're not
I'm gonna dedicate this song to Khayo.
what
It's
the
for
song?
you. Oh, when the dogs go marching in. Oh, when the dogs go marching in. I wanna be in that number. Oh, when the dogs go marching in. Oh, there's your grand final, brother. I have to, bro. You don't understand how much he's got.
I'm
put
sorry you
through.
guys have to watch this.
I know.
It's not for anyone. Just for one specific person who hurts me. He hurts me.
If we lose subscribers because of this, I know why.
All right, so that's the NRL done. Okay,
Oh, is it?
yeah, that's it. That was all the games. We went through 10 games this week. We move on to
Big
the EPL. A lot of things has happened. There's a lot of games that have helped me out. Happened midweek games that we missed out on, and so we're going to go through all the
You
important
know, it
ones.
was a
all the
good
big
week. It
ones.
was, for me, it was a good week of soccer. For me.
Yeah,
There's a lot of things that happened that I actually enjoyed.
football.
Team.
There's always one pest. There's
I've
always
started to let it go. What, you want to start now?
There's always one of those. Don't worry, just
Football.
Yeah, so we'll talk about it. If you want to add anything that I'm going to miss out on, you just tell me and we'll talk about it. So we'll start off with last night's game. We were watching it at mine. The Brighton Wolves game. Brighton 6, Wolves 0.
Zilch.
Brighton are a brand new team.
They've been popping off. They popped off all year, and then the coach that we got sacked from Chelsea, Graham Potter, leaves. He was coaching them. He leaves. Okay, and then they bring in. I forgot the coach's name. My bad. I should remember him, but I forgot his name. They bring him a new coach, and they just continue playing this style of football that just suits every single one of their players. Casado in the CDM role is playing unbelievably well. Like, that's a player Arsenal would fucking kill for right now.
Yeah.
Kill for.
Yeah,
Because
cool.
Party's gone. Party's fucking playing horrible, right?
Oh yeah, Party. He's a nugget.
And we'll talk about it when we get to...
What did they call him? I seen him, man. I couldn't stop laughing.
He called him
Housewarming.
He's like, what party? It's a housewarming. It's a get-together. It's not a party.
Fucking shit, bro.
So, so they would... If Casado was there...
I told her that was going to happen.
If Casado was there, they could play him instead of Party, who's now down on form and confidence. But
Housewarming.
it's we'll go back to Brighton. It's such a good brand of football they're playing,
Yeah.
and we'll talk about the goals.
I would have loved to see them further up on the ladder.
Well, they're getting up there, but there's always them teams that are just ahead of them. That's very hard for them to pick. Even though they've got some good results this season, but it's just hard to consistently with their team, especially one injury for the team like Brighton. Okay, and we keep looking down because the Manchester United game's on.
Oh, shit, fair, sorry.
Like, why are you watching it? You don't even care. All right. So United are playing Villa as we speak. All right. Help me out here. What was I saying? Yeah, there's
The goals from
Brighton. Wow.
Yeah, we're watching them
Bro, that Pascal Gross goal, unbelievable. That goal, the ball comes to him, and I showed you straight away. I'm like, bro, I threw you the phone straight away. I'm like, bro, watch this goal. That is, so far, goal of the
I
season.
was going to say, would you put it down to goal of the season?
That is goal of the season, 100%. The ball came to him, one touch, and then on the volley, bang, top corner. And Jose Sar's a good keeper, and that beat him easily.
Look, they're all playing with confidence now.
Yeah.
And that's what confidence can do for you. Look at when Arsenal were playing with confidence. They just...
Yeah,
everything
no one
works
can touch
out.
him. No one can
Last
touch
minute goals, long shots, everything works
How
out.
good are they to watch now? I love watching
I
them.
actually enjoy watching
They've always been good to watch. They've always been fun to watch because they always have them fun players. Oh, I remember when Moy was there, they were fun to watch. And back then, they were in relegation battles every year.
Yeah.
But now they're playing such a good style of football. It's just the inevitable is going to happen, in my opinion, where all their good players
as usual.
they're going to leave. Like
They're going to get poached.
Matoma,
There's bigger clubs,
how long is Matoma going to stay there for?
I reckon next season straight away.
Maybe one more season.
No, next season.
Yeah, maybe one more season, but that's the max, and then he's gone.
He'll get offered big oil money.
Casado, like the CDM that I'm talking about, that midfield, he's everywhere. Nothing. The defenders, Lewis Duncan, I forgot the other centre back. They do nothing because Casado's in there just sweeping everything.
It's the old,
How's that
it was the old
Cockatoo kid
Kante.
He is a taller Kante.
The guy with the weird haircut, the one that slotted that man
He played well, but he just
Is he still coming off the bench?
no. He started for him.
Oh, did he?
He started for him, and then you had Undev scored. So what happened this game? It was 6-0. 6-0. United nearly scored. 6-0.
You can't make sounds like that, bro.
Came off the crossbar, bro. It's
All right.
nice.
6-0. Okay. Undev scored a double. Welbeck scored a double, and Pascal Gross scored a double. I don't think it's ever happened before. It's really impressive.
Yeah.
All right, and I love it when Welbeck scores. I've said it before. When Welbeck scores,
man.
Last week you
that
said.
guy.
Well, that guy,
I
that
love
guy.
him. That guy Welbs, I love him. And the Undev chip, that was filthy.
That was literally a
filthy.
FIFA game
It was
chip shot.
It was just so perfect. It was so perfect, and man, they're playing out of their skin right now, and just they don't look like they're slowing down.
Yeah, just
anytime
keep us
soon.
entertained, mate. They're doing well.
Well, they're in the chances to get
They're so fun to watch.
a Europa League spot. So, hopefully a
they're
team
competing
like
with big
Brighton
teams
can
for
do
that,
it.
so-
They are.
Big
There's a
good
lot of
team
teams.
there. Hopefully they'll do some.
Nah, be good, but you got
So-
too many teams in front.
Yeah, there's Liverpool there, Aston Villa's there.
Liverpool.
You got
Which Arsenal
Brighton
can
there,
do.
so there's a lot of teams there. All right, we move on. Manchester United versus Tottenham. This is a midweek game. It's just
You can take the reins.
yeah, it's just like what
do you do?
I
What do you
watched
do?
it. I wasn't even mad. I was like, bro,
It is what it
this
is.
is what we are, man. We inconsistency First half, we looked untouchable, man. Two beautiful
2-0.
goals from
Rashford?
Rashford and Jadon Sancho.
Rashford's been fucking playing well.
Yeah, it
Sanchez's
was,
goal was pretty good too.
they're beautiful goals, both of them, great goals. And then we come out and in the first half it was 2-0. Second half starts. Tottenham score. Who was that scored? Son, Heung-min Son finally scores a goal. He scores against us. And then when it was 2-1, right? Fernandez gets the ball right outside the penalty area.
Yeah.
Right outside the box. Puts it through the defender's legs. I think it was Longley. Puts it through Longley's legs. 1-on-1 with Fraser Forster, who was playing in goals. Kicks it so fucking hard.
Yeah, just
Bro, just tap it.
place
Goes
it.
over the crossbar.
No, he fucking smacked the crossbar.
Oh, yeah, he smacked it, that's right.
Bro, and
He just blew so many opportunities.
so many chances. We were the
So many.
much better team. We were the much better team. But in that second half, we literally, other than that opportunity, I can't tell you another opportunity we got until the game went to 2-2.
Yeah.
When the game went back to 2-2,
They
and
started
it
attacking
was,
again.
who was it that scored? I can't remember. But I don't know. But I was watching that game at 2-2, and who'd they bring on? I forgot his name. The guy I was talking shit about, the Dutch one. I forgot his name.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, he swore at everyone.
Anyway.
Well, we don't know who swears at these days.
The guy on FIFA that they got Gvardol. You know his name. Anyway, I can't remember his name. But I was talking shit about him on the podcast, and he came on. I'm like, oh fuck, he's gonna score. I'm like, he's gonna be the reason we
It's
fucking
the
lose.
Sports Pitch podcast curse.
Yeah, I was so scared. And then anyway, so they didn't score, and it was all us, bro. We started playing once we went down to when it was 2-2. They were like, oh fuck.
Didn't Bruno blow a chance?
That's what I was talking about.
That's fine, yeah.
Put it between his legs.
What happened?
You gotta
Did he
concentrate
say
here,
Bruno?
brother. Yes,
Bruno,
concentrate.
the one of the
The one
got
that hit
past
the
him, hit the
crossbar.
crossbar.
Yeah.
You can't.
Sorry,
Guys, I'm the fan.
I'm
All right.
sorry, it was not like...
So it ended 2-2 in a game where I literally after the game I'm like, bro,
Yeah, what can you do? That's
what
it.
the fuck?
Yeah,
Like
just-
honestly, we're the better team. Second half starts, they literally go, the game's over. It's never fucking over. And then anyway, they bring it back to all, and United still could have gone a long way to securing the top 4 spot.
Yeah, they just
We
keep
got
that
we
open
got
for 'em.
yeah.
They're not playing like they want the top four spot.
No, we're playing well, but it's just like
They fall asleep.
yeah, it's like we have lapses in games where it's like, what the fuck's going
They're
on?
not complaining. They're playing for 40 minutes, 45 minutes, and that's it.
Right, yeah, it's just they have lapses. They have they go through 20-minute periods every game. 20-minute periods where we can't do shit in attack. We can't get we can't get a past the midfield. It just burns me. Anyway, move on. Newcastle 4, Everton 1. Midweek game as well. Bro, Newcastle, other than
Yeah.
that 3-0 loss to Villa last week,
Which was a surprise.
it was a massive surprise.
They've been scoring big points.
Who?
Newcastle, have they not?
Yeah, they've been popping off, but you got it was one of the best. Last week, I can't remember who was played a ball in their win against Tottenham, which was fucking unbelievable. I'm like, what an assist! This week, Isak says, "Hold my drink,
Yeah.
not beer because we don't drink here. Hold my drink, all right, my Bavaria, hold it." Did you see the assist? Please tell me you seen the assist. It was fucking beautiful. He gets the ball in his own, like right past halfway, runs down the sideline, starts running on the byline, puts it in between the player's leg, crosses it, and Murphy just taps it in. That assist was
I
fucking
don't-
beautiful.
I watched the highlight. I
Bro,
don't
the
remember
guy's
that goal.
6'6". He's
Isak, yeah.
yeah. He should not be dribbling like that. He should not be dribbling like
getting
Which
that.
I say tall people can't dribble?
Not like that, bro.
Why?
This is not normal, bro. They just everything. Center of gravity just shouldn't work.
That's not right.
It shouldn't work, but
I
he.
feel like that's a fucking dig at me, bro.
I think it is too.
Because I would have loved to be in your height, alright? That's why. That's why you're over there and we're here. All right.
I can fend on.
I can find only knows him because of FIFA. All right. So yeah, that assist was fucking beautiful. And 4-1, Newcastle, Everton.
I think Newcastle have taken that third spot away from United.
Yeah, I think they.
I think it's-
I don't see him dropping points.
Yeah, they're going to cement it.
I don't see him dropping
I
points.
think the top three is cemented now.
Yeah, but now United.
Well, we can. It's still
lose it
there.
themselves.
It's there. I think they're a point ahead of us.
But,
Yeah, but the way
the way he's playing in your 20-minute intervals.
Yeah, we conceded them
it's
20
scary,
minutes.
it's scary that you might lose fourth spot.
No, we're not. There's no way. There's no way.
Why is it you? Did you disown United?
Huh?
Did you disown United?
He doesn't say we. He says
It's
you.
you, yeah, it's just
Scum.
you.
When they win, I'll say.
All right, so yeah, 4-1. Newcastle get the victory. Everton, who have never been relegated from the Premier League, are about to go down for the first time
Oh, no way.
since '92.
Hey,
It's so close.
Who's between them right now? Who's between them and who?
There's
Southampton.
Southampton are going down. There's no way that they're bottom of the ladder. Southampton, you got Forest are going shit. You got Leeds. You got there's a battle, bro. It is actually entertaining to watch that because the teams start scrapping for it. And Everton are there. It's gonna get close. It's gonna get to the final day, I reckon.
Trying to save their necks.
Everton have been in the competition since '92, since the Premier League started. They might be getting relegated for the first time in their history. Move on to just the usual Chelsea loss. Brentford 2, Chelsea 0.
Need to say much?
That's
Hey, they've
literally-
officially dropped, haven't they?
Yes,
That's
they've
it,
gone down to
officially
12.
We
They've
always
gone
say
down to
12,
12.
but it's never 12.
They've gone down to
Now
12.
it's 12.
Yeah, they're 12.
They've gone down to 12th, and Crystal Palace was the team that jumped over them. And man, it's
We don't have to
Yeah,
say much.
it's embarrassing now.
what is happening at that club? I have no idea. We spoke about it so much. You look at their team; they're a good fucking team. The players they have. I don't know, man. 12th in that position. They've sacked 2 coaches this year. They're looking at
It's a
Lampard.
real coach's graveyard, eh?
Well, right now it is Lampard. After this job, I don't see another team with any sustenance coming to get him.
Yeah,
I feel like what he's going to become is a manager that, fuck, we're going to sack this manager.
And we'll bring him in for now.
a caretaker.
Yeah.
That's Lampard's.
I can see that.
That's where he is now.
I can see that.
Because of he fucked up leaving Derby County, which was in the Championship. He left them, went straight to Chelsea. We've spoken about it here.
Big jump, like we said.
Bro, that is a massive, massive jump. You just went from someone competing in the Championship, trying to get promoted, to now you're fighting for a Premier League title.
Literally.
Now you're in the Champions League.
Balls deep.
Yeah, now you're in the Champions League. And the year they sacked him as coach, they won the Champions League. Too cool. Won the Champions League with him against City. All right, so man, Chelsea are in a lot of trouble, and it's going to take I think
Where do you fix?
a long time. This season's done. They got to wait till next season. They got to.
Well, that's what happens when you spend money, mate.
I was going to say get the
Don't
right
buy
personnel.
cars.
Careless
man.
money. Spending carelessly is what
Get
that's
the
on.
right personnel.
Like you compare Newcastle and them.
Yeah. They
Chelsea
spent
are buying
smart.
names.
Yeah.
Newcastle are buying what
Talent.
they want.
They're
Yeah.
buying
They're
talent.
playing. They're not.
They're buying what they need actually to fill
exactly.
in.
That's what it is,
The
yeah.
players they need, the players that play their play style. That's what they're signing. Chelsea threw money at every shiny thing. Mudryk. Enzo.
that Mudryk player does money,
Enzo
dude.
Fernandez. Even though I think he's a good player. After that World Cup, I
fit-
haven't
not
heard
fit
of
for
him
the
before the
team.
World Cup.
Nothing,
Not
They
fit for the team.
threw him at the club. He's good.
He's
But-
not fit for Chelsea.
Well, yeah. Well, the personnel they have right
Well,
now
they
around
fucking-
him.
they need
anyway.
someone
So
like
it's yeah. Chelsea have a lot of things to go, and then we move on to a game that happened this Thursday. Manchester City 4, Arsenal 1. I want to say congratulations on a
Thanks.
third straight Premier League title,
Yeah.
which has only been done one time before that by Manchester United. So congratulations.
Thanks, buddy.
4-1 victors.
We're running hard towards that treble, baby.
Oh, here we go, the triple
I
again.
don't want.
We are taking it home.
I just can't have that happen, and I'm just so glad United are there.
You know
stop it.
what eases my heart?
What?
You care about the Premier League or football more than NRL.
NRL, yeah, way more.
So the Dogs that took the win today,
Yeah.
but we will take the treble, and then I will be here.
He'll shit down your throat.
I will be here the way you acted right
I'm not
now.
worried about you.
Oh yeah, he's on that bandwagon too.
He will shit down your throat.
He
Yes.
is on that bandwagon
He's gonna
too, baby.
shig me. Oh yeah, nah. Listen, United can stop it.
That's not gonna happen.
It is gonna happen.
Only
There
people-
is no way we lose that game.
Only
There
team
is
that
way
will
we'll
stop
let
it, and mark my words, Real Madrid's the only people that can stop this run.
No.
Once we take out Real Madrid, we have the treble set in stone.
No,
I don't reckon you get the treble. I reckon Premier League, yeah? Not the treble.
No, we get the treble.
there's no way you win the FA Cup.
We get the FA Cup.
We will not let it happen.
Who are you, Harry Maguire? Get out of here.
He's not
He's not
playing.
playing
He hasn't
anymore, mate.
played him. He hasn't played him ever since that
stopped it.
last game. He's playing Luke Shaw at centre back, which thank God for. So yeah, man, Manchester City. Let's talk about that game, right? Haaland,
just
first of
class.
all,
It's
Haaland
class.
scores the 4th goal, right? Scores the 4th goal, breaks Salah's record officially.
Yeah.
Okay, for the most goals in a Premier League season.
What was it, 33?
33. He's on 33 now. Now, the most ever in a Premier League season, but that was when they had more games in the league,
Yeah.
is higher than that. And he's potentially
Yeah,
going to
no,
break that
he'll
too.
break that too.
But for a Premier League season, 38-game season, he's got the most ever goals. So he's
Well deserved, man.
Yeah, well deserved. He's been on fire for him. Okay?
You got De Bruyne playing out of his asshole.
Yeah, De Bruyne.
Mahrez playing out of his ass.
He's
De
too
Bruyne's got, and
good.
let me talk about this. We're talking about always, we'll say fucking angry I got. We always talk about how much depth they have. These motherfuckers, in the 80th minute, who did they bring on?
Yes.
Who did they bring on? 80th minute, they bring on Mahrez.
Yeah.
3 days ago, he scored a hat-trick. Cuz who does that?
That's the depth. That's it.
Who does that? Allah Khalik, bro. I'm sitting here going, I'm looking at our bench going, fuck, like,
Why is he coming on?
should we play Maguire? Like,
We're stressing out
we
about
need a sub.
We're just throwing people on there.
Cuz Mahrez, he scored a hat-trick.
Last week.
Well, cuz a couple days ago.
We just gave him 10 minutes.
They bring him on
All you
in the
need is
80th
10
minute.
minutes.
Here you go have a run. Come on, man.
Go stretch those
legs warm,
hamstrings.
Come on, bro. Depth for days.
No, we've said the depth's
I'll talk
too
about
much.
that.
That's fucked, yeah.
De Bruyne's first goal.
But it was a wonder goal. That
That
one.
was amazing.
Bro, wow.
The way he just put it around the keeper, was just with ease as
He-
well.
he's-
Sprinting.
Bro, the way Haaland was very impressive, the way he held up the defense, his back to goal. I don't think Haaland can play with his back to goal. But the way he held up the ball and played in De Bruyne, holding the centre-back for Arsenal, fuck, he was playing in a Manchester City jersey. Other than the goal. He scored the goal, but fuck me.
Did you say celebration when he scored the goal? It's like they fucking won the league. or
Nah,
something?
nah, he did. Who? Holding?
was it
Nah,
not
bro,
him?
they picked up the ball and ran.
Did they?
Yeah, they didn't
What
celebrate.
about that blood guy?
Yeah, he was going.
We'd hold on. We've holding.
Yeah, because he played so fucking bad. So the reason why that gap opened up for De Bruyne, thank you, he just shot out. Haaland ran up to the ball to receive the pass, and he was fucking on his ass. Haaland literally just passed it to De Bruyne, fucking gap.
And De Bruyne
from
took
here
it,
to
yeah,
fucking
and just
end,
ran
the
off.
world was
Open, mate.
De Bruyne straight through, and then took a touch, take it to the right.
Just put it around him.
Smacked it.
Bro,
He
what?
couldn't place it better than what he did.
That's what it is.
It couldn't be better. It
That
couldn't.
that goal
It was an
is not
inch between
about.
the post and the keeper.
It's literally not about power. It's not about anything.
No, it's the precision.
It's literally precise. Precisely where he had to put it, he put it. Precision, like he said. Exactly where he had to put it, he put it.
But you expect that from De Bruyne.
But that was an
He's
unbelievable
too
goal.
much.
It was an unbelievable
Honestly.
goal. He's seen it, looked up outside the box, and side foots it exactly where he needs it to go.
But sprinting as well. Like
Yeah.
it's not.
Full pace, yeah.
It's not easy.
He's a freak, man. And there's games this season where he's gone quiet, bro. And he's
no,
picked
when
up.
he
And you
needs
got
to
to do it
pick up,
like
he
if
picks
Foden
up.
hasn't been playing. You know, like fucking their centre backs have been what's it called? Interchanged constantly, but they played Akanji at left back. Akanji was marking Saka.
Because they can. Because they can.
Akanji was marking Saka. I thought that's going to be a weakness. No,
I
nothing.
hold him.
City too much, man. And this 4-1 win against Arsenal.
I'm glad
4-1,
Arsenal
bro.
bottled it. I'm very
4-1.
happy.
That's what I was going to say.
I love an Arsenal bottle.
Arsenal bottled it. All right, they fucking bottled it. I was hoping they didn't, but
Hey, tell me you enjoy watching Arsenal TV after the fucking.
I love it. But that one it hurt me, bro. I hate City, bro. I can't. Like,
Holding.
Yeah. When holding.
so yeah, so that's the EPL wrap up done. City with 2 games in hand, 2 points behind Arsenal. Next game
It's theirs to lose.
they play. Yeah, it is. It's all in City's hands now.
literally.
They play their game, one of their games in hand
Today.
this week. Is today? Okay, today, and if they win,
It's almost over.
they go clear at top. All right, with a game in hand. So yeah, talk about the FA Cup now. We spoke about it earlier. Where Manchester United is the only team that can stop it. Manchester United beat Brighton on penalties.
Yeah.
It was a pretty good penalty shootout until Brighton's 7th penalty, where the guy missed and Victor Lindelof stood up, who, in my opinion, that game was man of the match. Maguire was dropped, he played short, and Lindelof,
What's the difference?
and he hasn't
He
played
was
a lot
carrying
this
it. He
season.
was carrying the back
Yeah,
line.
he
He
was the
hasn't.
difference.
It wasn't carrying, but he showed leadership. Leadership that I didn't think he had. Honestly, he played out of his skin, and every time, like he was talking to Shaw the whole time. Shaw didn't make a mistake, but played so well. And last of all, right, you want to talk about right backs, defenders. You want to talk about a defender, a right back who can defend? Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
Can.
That's how you fucking defend Trent, you fuck. All right? Pockets Matoma. Pockets him.
Matoma did miss a few opportunities though. He
No,
did.
but
He
there
caught him on
was
the
nothing
inside.
clean. There was nothing
You got
clean.
to give credit to you.
No, of course.
To control, to shut down Matoma.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Aaron Wan-Bissaka went home, emptied out his pockets, and fucking Matoma fell out. He fucking pocketed him.
Oh, here we go.
Anyway, so I'm just saying, just if Trent Alexander-Arnold, you want to learn how to defend, just watch Aaron Wan-Bissaka, all right?
Yeah, watch him against City when they fucking mop him.
Anyway, we'll do a forfeit for that game.
Right.
We'll do a forfeit.
You think you're really gonna win?
Wallah, I do.
cricket in my phone.
I wholeheartedly.
Hey,
believe
he
they're gonna win.
believed that when we were watching that game in Malaysia and they won.
They shouldn't have one.
Boy,
They won.
draw. We've been over this. Okay, draw. Well done.
Yeah.
Who's the better team?
All right. All right. You want to talk about? Don't worry about them. We can drop half our side and still mop you fucking nuggets.
You won't win.
Yes, we will.
Because we'll put a forfeit on. All right.
We'll talk about this.
Put a forfeit on. We'll think of something. All right. So that's done. That's everything done with the football. We move on to our Origin prediction. All right.
We should have just done that rugby league.
Yeah, we should have, but I skipped over. I forgot. The only reason was because it's the Bulldogs game. We were talking about the Bulldogs games. That was
Yeah.
what's funny. All right, so move on. Origin prediction. All right, there's been a lot of fucking talk, a lot of things going on with these Origin predictions. So here's how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna say fullback. We'll just go. You tell me your fullback. I'll say mine. You say yours. Okay, and then we'll talk about it.
I want to write this down.
Okay, so fullback.
I think everyone's fullback's the same. Tedesco.
Tedesco.
Do you mind if I bring my phone up because my team's on there?
Yeah, take it out. Who's your fullback?
Oh, Teddy.
Teddy. All right. So all three of us have Teddy. Do you think anyone is in contention for?
What happened?
United just scored. I couldn't see it.
It wasn't just now. It was like 10 minutes ago.
I say wallah.
Yeah.
All right. So we all think
Fullback
Teddy.
on, I watch.
We all, no, that's all right. We all think Teddy. What am I doing? Anyone in contention? You reckon with Teddy for that spot? For the fullback spot?
No, not now.
The
No.
only way is if Teddy gets injured.
Yeah.
Who would you put there?
If Turbo's
Latrell,
fit,
Latrell.
he'll go.
I think
If
Latrell.
You play
Latrell's
Latrell.
fit, he'll go.
You play
No, there's
Latrell.
no one in contention right now.
There's no one in contention with Teddy right now, but if
Yeah,
he
but
does
if
go down
injury,
to
yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
what it is,
okay. So winger, let's go with the next winger.
The first winger, Toto.
I've got Toto as well.
Oh, I agree.
You got Toto as well. All right. Centre, first centre.
Centre, first centre, Latrell.
I got Latrell as well.
Latrell.
Okay, so I think our backline's pretty much the same. Next centre.
The next centre, depending on injury, will either be. So right now it would be, Tom Trbojevic. But
Okay.
if not, if he's injured, I'll put Campbell Graham there.
All right, I've got Campbell Graham
That's
at centre.
isn't Turbo.
Uh,
Oh, you don't have Turbo in centre as well.
I don't have Turbo in my team.
Oh wow. Yeah, I've got Turbo, and if he's injured, Graham.
All right. I don't think Turbo should be picked.
If he's fit,
Way too injury prone. Bro, but he's been injured all year. The guy needs. You said it last week. You said he needs a month off. He said he needs a month off.
Yeah, that's what I said. But even on the pod, like if he had the week off and comes back showing that he's better,
Bro,
no
a week-
niggling injuries.
That guy
that's
needs more
it.
than a week. He honestly needs more than a week.
So
That's why I don't think you should pick him. He's a gun superstar. Turbo is one of the best, man. But the way he's been going, I've got
if
Graham
he's
at
got niggles in Origin, they're gonna pump him.
yeah,
So
I've got Graham at centre. Next winger.
next winger, also depending on if he comes back from injury, would be Adokar or Graham.
Oh,
If
'cause
Graham's not in the centres.
I go, what if Graham is in the centres, Turbo is out, and Adokar can't be picked?
Suwali.
Suwali?
Suwali.
Yeah, all right. I've got Adokar, same as you, but if it injuries, if he's not ready to play by Origin 1, Suwali.
okay, so we'll,
So our backline's the same, except for the, I think Latrell, I think Tommy should not be picked at all.
okay.
All right. So okay, we move on. This is the big one. I think we're all gonna say the same thing. 100% we're gonna say the same thing.
No, I
we
don't reckon
think
we will.
you don't think we will?
No.
You don't think we'll say this as 6? Okay.
Nico Hines.
Nico Hines.
Lure.
You're such a liar.
I'm being serious, lure.
You
Show
went
me
on a
your
whole
phone.
rant about Hines.
Show me your phone.
No, cause I thought about it. If you want Tor to play, he needs Penrith players around him.
Uh-oh.
No, he doesn't. Why does he need
Both.
Penrith? He's a winger. He doesn't.
You know, I
need
should
any-
have chosen Stephen Crichton for one of the
Yeah,
centers.
yeah,
as
yeah.
well.
You might as well go for the whole Penrith side.
That's it. I'll change my.
You sound like a fucking bulldog now, just trying to get all the Penrith players in.
True.
Come on, man.
So 7 Hines.
So, all right, you
6
honestly,
Hines.
honestly, you think?
Nah, behind or Luke.
All right. So Hines for 5'8".
Cleary.
Cleary,
7.
yeah, okay. Number 7 halfback Cleary. I think we all agree on that.
First props, Payne Haas. Let's just go
Yeah,
for
First
it.
ball, Payne Haas. Hooker,
Damien Cook.
Damien Cook.
Yeah, it'll probably have to be Damien Cook.
Yeah, right. He's been picking up. He's picked up
Yeah.
over the past couple of weeks. All right. Prop.
Second
Our
prop
next prop.
have to be. I didn't think this far into it.
Do you want us to
Probably to Gerbo.
I gave you 2 days' notice.
Gerbo.
Yeah, Joe.
All right, yeah, me too. I've got Gerbo, Jack
Gerbo.
Trbojevic. Yeah, nice. In the prop position, it's a good place for him to be, tackling machine. All right, our first second rower,
Olakawatu.
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 Okay, yeah, okay. Do you think he'll get picked?
Yes.
You think he will?
Yep. Because I don't think anyone else can fill that position.
Yeah, I don't think there's anyone like. I think if Thing was fit, what's his name?
Yeah, Martin.
No. Liam Martin is fit, isn't he?
No.
Have he fit for Origin?
He's still out, but hasn't played.
Okay.
Hosking took his spot.
All right. What's his name, bro? The Rabbitohs second rower.
Murray.
No, the other one. The guy with the long hair. The guy who's been popping
Yeah,
off.
Cody Walker.
Second rower.
Help me out. You long hair with a ponytail.
Oh, Kolomatangi.
Colin Matangi. All right.
nah,
Colin Matangi. I think if he was fit, I think there'll be competition for that spot.
Are you?
Yeah. Because Colin Matangi's been playing very, very well.
He was good last year as well.
Yeah.
But he
So, yeah, but he's out. So Olakawatu, I think, gets that spot 100%. Next second rower. Should be all the same.
Probably Murray.
Murray.
Cameron
Murray.
Murray.
All right. Number 13 at lock.
Isaiah.
Isaiah Yo.
Zayo.
And Isaiah Yo, for me, honestly, first picked on that team. Number 14. This is where we might get differences. Our bench.
14. I'll stop between 2 people. I'll probably put Coruscant.
I've got Coruscant.
Carousel.
All right. And then you got 15. So the next bench player.
Next bench player, probably Liam Martin.
Okay. What if he's out?
What if he's out?
There's a good chance I won't pick him, to be honest.
Yeah.
He still hasn't played yet.
Well, let's think about it. Hear what we're going to say. All right. I've got next player is Paulo, Junior Paulo.
Junior Paulo.
Okay. Who do you got next? Your next bench player?
I'll agree, Paulo.
Paulo?
Yeah.
Well, you need props on there. I've got Martin in my 17 as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I've got a player in mind that if he doesn't play, pick him. Who's your next player?
What, 16?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You had one job. One fucking job.
I've been busy getting some.
One job. I done it last night when we were hanging out.
Yeah, no, I thought I'd be good here.
I've got Delphinuken.
Nah,
I've got Saifidi.
I was tossing up between Saifidi and Finucane.
not bad.
I just think Finucane has a lot more to his game.
I reckon because we've watched Saifidi in the past few Origins and he's
played well.
very well, scored tries as
Yeah,
well.
he's played well.
So I chose him.
I just think Finucane has a lot more.
I think defensively he'll kill it.
Yeah, but Finucane can play every position in the
Yeah,
forward
yeah,
pack. That's
that's
the only
true.
reason why I picked him. All right, your last player?
I bought Saifidi over Finucane.
Okay. Oh, you picked Saifidi over
That's what I'm
Finucane?
talking about.
I just think Finucane can play more positions, bro. I'm using this, man. But you guys, anyway. Last player?
You start, yeah.
Liam Martin. If Liam Martin doesn't play, Ryan Madison.
Yeah, I've got Ryan Madison, but if he doesn't play, Angus Crichton.
Yeah, no. Why? Can you explain
Because he's
that?
an Origin player.
He's played one game this year.
Yeah, and by the time Origin comes, how many games
And
would
yeah,
he
that's a fucking problem with New South Wales. God. He's the Origin
So you're
player.
telling
How's your
me?
Origin player?
So you're telling me if Queensland?
Because say Victor Radley.
Let me say something.
You say Victor
Let me
Radley,
tell you
that's
something.
an Origin player.
For Queensland,
Yeah.
all right. I honestly forgot who their props are.
What now?
Who's their back rows for Queensland right now?
I don't fucking look at teams I don't give a fuck about.
Are you-
Fuck Queensland.
I actually forgot their
I
team.
love fuck them all. I don't know. Fuck them.
If I could put Shaw Lane in there, bruv.
Oof.
That's
Did you
decent.
put Shannon Lane?
That's
And then-
the- hey,
That's not a bad
it's-
shout.
it's
In the
good.
second
Because
round?
I was,
Yeah, I'll put him in the second round.
No, as your bench
Yeah,
player.
I like to come on in the second round.
I was looking at him. But I think because Ryan Madison again, he can play more than one position. And your Queensland fucking question: who gives a fuck?
I think it was Jeremy Nanai.
Who gives a fuck? Jeremiah Nanai.
Jeremiah.
He's
Nanai.
fucking shit.
Yeah, but
Isn't he injured?
Watch him
right
pick
now?
him.
Oh, no, he's suspended. So.
watch.
I don't think they'll pick him.
Because they believe he's an Origin player. I'm telling you they'll pick him.
But the difference between Queensland and New South Wales is whoever they pick has honour and plays for that jersey.
Yeah, they love that
that's the
fucking
difference.
state. Now let's see. With this team, right? We picked this team. What's the fucking bet Luai gets picked? Luai's gonna get picked.
Fiedler's going to walk up to Nathan Cleary and say, who do you want
Who
to
do
give
you
for
want?
partner? He's
And
going to
just
say Luai. Nico Hines to 14 or 17. Burden 18th man. That's it, done.
That was my toss up at 14. I would have put Burn in there.
Nah. 18.
Just to
Burton,
come on for
it
that.
covers a lot of positions,
Yeah,
but
that's exactly why. So
Yeah, I
the
don't-
centers, if Turbo then gets injured or whatever, he can play in that role.
I like Coruscant coming off the bench because he brings on a whole heap of spark.
It's fucked,
and then
yeah.
when the sub happens again, where Cook comes on for Coruscant, it's another.
And you know why else? I
shot of
didn't put
adrenaline,
Burden.
man.
I would have put Burden there if my 6 was
Luai.
Luai. Because you scrap him off and you bring that fucking Burden kicking game in.
Yeah, it might happen. It might happen, and I wouldn't be mad if it happens. Honestly, it'll be a good shout. But the most important thing is we get that 5-8 position right. If we get that right, I think it goes a long way for us to winning Origin this year.
100%.
If it's Hines, it's the right. If it's Lloyd, no.
Yeah, no.
Simple
I
as
think if we
that.
get Luai, we lose. Honestly, we won't win with him. All right, so that's our teams predicted, and that is it for the podcast for this episode. So we hope you enjoyed it. Again, follow all our socials in the description below, and we'll see you next week. Peace.
He front kicked him in the face. Absolutely wrestling to finish.